Hello everybody and welcome back to a brand new video on Hypixel Skyblock. So being tanky in Skyblock is one of the most important attributes that any player should have. Even if you do really high amounts of damage, it's not going to be useful if you're always dead in dungeons or during slayers. Today in this video, I'm going to be showing you guys a really good tank pet that's comparable to meta pets such as the blue whale and the baby yeti for only 4 million coins. In addition to this pet will also give you a replacement to the extremely powerful Wither Impact ability of the Hyperion. What is this really good pet? Well, let's get right into it. So I won't waste your time with a lot of commentary, but to put it simply, this really good pet is the legendary bee pet. So if you remember a few months back when the pets update first released, the bee pet was one of the most OG pets. However, now it's completely useless, and the only reason that you would ever get a level 100 legendary bee pet is if you're going for the achievement of all level 100 legendary pets acquired. So how is this completely forgotten pet really good? Well, let's take a look. However, before we look at the bee pet, I'd like to say that I was not the one that discovered the use of this pet. This player right here, 420MS Ubu, discovered the strategy and how good the bee pet is, so big shout out to them, and let's get right into it. So if we observe the bee pet here, most of it is really bad, but the last ability is what we're looking for. This ability says that you gain 25% of your received damage as absorption arts. Alright everyone, so now it's time to spawn the Voidgloom Sarah of tier 3. Let's on the Overflux, Katana, and we got the bee pet out. So I'll let my zombie soldier do the hits phase, because no one really does the hits phase by themselves in this year's necromancy mobs. But anyway, as you can see, it's getting close, and there we go. So now, as you can see, I'm fighting it, and at the same time, I'm not using my Hyperion. And I still have that really good absorption heart. Look at that. As you can see, I have that constant flow of absorption hearts, and I haven't used my Hyperion a single time. But there we go. As you can see, we did that whole boss without using Wither Impact a single time. And this is with a bee pet, not even a good damage pet, a legit bee pet. So as I stated in the intro, the bee pet is definitely more of a healer or a tank pet. This is because most damage classes will be using a baby yeti, which gives you just so much effective health. You can use a bee pet for damage, but I greatly recommend just using a pure damage pet if you cannot afford a baby yeti. But anyhow, let's go, and we're going to be using the healer class. So the reason we're going to use the healer class is because when you get damage with absorption, that absorption is what takes damage first. Then you take damage. So if you can get the absorption hearts, and by the time the absorption hearts go away, you would have regenerated all your health. As you can see, I know that's a bit confusing, but basically, as you can see here, I have a constant flow of large absorption hearts. So even though these guys are absolutely pummeling me, so much damage, I just have this constant flow of absorption. Look at that. It's pretty crazy. Look at that. So taking a little bit of damage, but a majority of the damage is just being taken away from the absorption. As you can see, it doesn't even matter how many mobs you have. As you can see, as long as you have sufficient healing sources, you're basically going to just be negating 1 every 2 hits, or just like a bunch of hits are just not going to damage you because they're going to instead be going with the absorption. So as you can see, the bee pet is a really good pet for tanking in the overworld and for dungeons. In this video, you learned why the bee pet could be a replacement Wither Impact weapon, and why it's really good for the healer and tank classes. Now, of course, the actual good tank pets, like the baby yeti and the blue whale, are a lot better than the bee pet, because although the bee pet does cancel out a lot of your hits with the absorption hearts, just the sheer effective health that the baby yeti and blue whale give you is already enough to make them a little bit better than the bee pet. However, if you are a new healer, tank, or even another class like a mage, then I greatly recommend the B pet. This is a really good pet for a very cheap price. And that's the end of the video. Yet again, massive thank you to 420MSUbu for letting me in on the true powers of the B pet. And I'll see you guys all next time. Bye!